Have you ever had this intense feeling to want to do something, but we're unable to? Like the middle of winter in Wisconsin and you can't ride. I had the opportunity to get on the Africa Twin yesterday in 25-degree weather. It was very cold, but it was a lot of fun. And I did it because I knew a winter storm was on its way. And sure enough, we've got tons of snow and I won't be able to ride for a while right now. Sometimes it can be a struggle here in winter in Wisconsin when you want to ride and you can't. So what gets me through the winter is thinking about and planning for the riding season coming up. Part of that is remembering the benefits of riding, especially traveling. So what I'm going to cover today are the benefits of traveling. And while this channel is focused on motorcycling, these benefits can be applied to any form of travel. Let's get started. The first one is traveling can boost your confidence. And I love this one because it starts happening very early on in your travels. And it's exceptionally wonderful after a long winter and you have an early spring travel and you get out there and you just shake off all the doldrums of winter by boosting your confidence. Traveling can prove to you that life has absolutely no limits. And one way of doing that with travel is stepping outside your comfort zone. While you're home, you kind of do your daily routine, you get into a rhythm. Life can sometimes get a little boring. And some of the day-to-day challenges can kind of get you down. You're driving in your car, you're getting frustrated at other drivers. Work is challenging and you get really frustrated at that. You have an argument with somebody and it just seems so overwhelming. What happens during travel is you get outside of your bubble. Traveling can be challenging. There are difficulties and obstacles that you face while traveling, especially if you travel alone. But it makes you realize that those difficulties and those challenges back home are really small. Traveling makes us realize that the difficulties and obstacles that we face can be handled without the help of family and friends or the comforts of home. When you start overcoming these challenges and difficulty while traveling, you start believing in yourself a lot more. You begin to believe that challenges can be solved one way or another, and these challenges become less overwhelming. And after the travels are over, you can carry this confidence into your regular life. You begin to believe that nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. And while I've traveled long distance on bicycles before, traveling by motorcycle was completely new to me. And I'll be honest, while I don't showcase it in my video, I showcase the highlights, the excitement of me going on this adventure. I was scared. I was unsure of myself. But by the end of the first day and then the second day, each day after that, my confidence grew more and more. It was a wonderful feeling to be able to challenge myself while riding a small bike in many different types of environments, meeting many different types of people, and challenging myself every step of the way. All of that boosted my confidence. Just thinking about it makes me want to travel right now. I'm so excited for this upcoming riding season so I can travel as much as possible. So this next one is kind of obvious, but I think it needs to be said because sometimes when people travel, they don't focus on this. And that is traveling can expand your horizons. When you're spending time at home, no matter how many things that are available for you to do there is a limit to those things. And oftentimes, you end up repeating the same things and experiencing the same things day in and day out. As much as I love the Driftless region, there are times, believe it or not, that I do get bored with it. What I love to do is ride my motorcycle in other environments to expand my motorcycling horizons, to challenge myself in different environments with different people, with different cultures. Taking myself outside of my riding comfort zone, outside of my comfort zone with communicating with everybody in my day-to-day, meeting new people, just expanding my horizons in every way possible. This allows you to learn more about yourself. By spending time with people with different perspectives, you begin to formulate more so who you are as a person. And expanding your horizons really helps you to understand yourself more so than before you started traveling. Expanding your horizons while traveling, I like to equate with the experience you have when you just become an adult. You're 18 or 19 years old, you're starting a life as an adult, no longer cared for by your parents. You meet so many new people, you learn so many new ideas, and you bring them all together and you formulate your concept of self and who you are. And that's because you're meeting so many new and different people and learning new ideas about the world. It helps solidify who you are as a human being, who you are as an adult. When you travel, you get to experience this very same thing nearly every single day. Often when I'm traveling and I meet new people and I learn about their stories and their experiences, I'm reminded of my experiences as a young adult. Meeting new people, learning their stories and seeing new experiences and experiencing that, all of that helped formulate my ideas as a young adult. Traveling does the same thing for me. Sometimes it gets a little stagnant at home and it helps me reconfigure my idea of the world. It's a wonderful experience. This one is important to me. Travel improves your mental health in so many different ways. And each time I travel, I learn this a little bit more. Right around when autumn began in 2023, just 4 months ago, I started to have trouble sleeping and I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out how to fix it. No matter what I tried to do, I would never have trouble falling asleep, but I'd always have trouble staying asleep. But what helped me improve my sleep is taking myself outside of my home environment. Traveling to Phoenix, somehow it just kind of reset my brain and got my sleep back on track. It could be because I was overloaded with traveling stimuli and I was able to just take that exhaustion and fall asleep and stay asleep. Or it could be I was taking myself away from the rituals that I was doing at home and replacing it with a healthier approach to life, thus allowing me to forget about my worries and forget about the stress at home and fall asleep much easier. I carried that good sleep back home and now I have no trouble sleeping like I did before I traveled. Another way travel improves your mental health is it gives you time to reflect, especially if you're traveling alone on a motorcycle. There are some long days in the saddle. There are some long days where you can just think about life. It gives me time to reflect, think about everything that's happened in my life in the past, think about it in the context of the present, and carry it all into the future. While I do this at home while riding my motorcycle at home, I'm not on the bike nearly as much at home as I am day to day traveling on a motorcycle. And it gives me a greater amount of time to reflect on everything that's happened in my life much easier because I have more time to do it. Now this next one is really personal to me. I used to have a very toxic work environment. Part of that was because of the environment, but more so I let that environment get to me and I let it snowball into a greater toxic environment. I've done a lot more travel since I've experienced that toxic environment. Traveling removed me from that toxic environment, helped me again to reflect on it, and I've carried those thoughts and ideas into my work environment when I got home. And it's helped me improve that work environment. And while it's not perfect right now, I feel like my work environment is much better than it was previously before I traveled. All the positive mental health benefits while traveling that I explained here can be encapsulated with one word: recalibration. Traveling allows you to recalibrate yourself. Not become brand new, but to just kind of reset where you feel like you should be, where you feel content. Traveling does change you, but it also allows you to recalibrate yourself, become at peace, become comfortable, become content. When I travel, I'm often thinking I'm in the process of recalibrating myself. Traveling allows me to recalibrate, to reset, and come back a better human being. There's so many more benefits of traveling that I can cover here, but I'm going to cover one more, and I'll likely do another video on this subject because there's so many more. And before I get to this last one, I'd love you all to put in the comments the benefits of travel that you experience or expect to experience if you haven't done a whole lot of traveling yet. So the last one is something that I'm able to do as a content creator here on YouTube, but you don't need to be a content creator. to create lasting memories. You don't need a fancy camera, you don't need fancy microphones. You can grab a GoPro or your phone and create so many lasting memories. Even without those things, you can create lasting memories in here. My Route 66 trip was 5 years ago, and I'm carrying through all those lasting memories to this day. And all the benefits that I described previously in this video, I'm still experiencing those benefits because of a trip that I took 5 years ago. I can remember the challenges of riding my Sportster off-road and breaking my ABS line. I can remember riding in the rain and how challenging that was, and then warming up in a hotel afterwards and enjoying that experience. I can remember being back in Flagstaff for the first time in 18 years, a city that means so much to me. And being back in Flagstaff brought back lasting memories that I had 18 years before that and molded it with new memories that I have now. I carried lasting memories with the people that I rode with and everyone I met. Even my lasting memories I'm able to share with people I met years later. There are places that I rode for the very first time, like the Ozark Mountains or Oak Creek Canyon near Sedona, Highway 60, one of the most dangerous roads in Arizona, all the way to Sholo, through Pie Town in New Mexico, Tucumcari, just experiencing that city. All these things that I can share with others who have been there. And I can link up my lasting memories with their lasting memories and share those experiences. So I really like doing videos like this because it really motivates me. So I'll have another one of these benefits of traveling sometime soon. Leave your comments down below what you think are the benefits of traveling for you or for others. Thanks for watching this one, everyone. Can't wait for more travel in 2024. Ride safe out there and keep your wheels rolling in the right direction. I'll see you in the next one.